Hello.
Welcome back. I realized that I didn't mute the
Welcome.
stream so that I'm like hearing myself but like delayed, but like I'm hearing myself. So there's two
Hello.
of me doing the intro right now. What's up guys? I'm here. My name's
Welcome.
John. I'm here with my co-host Zen Mckenzie.
I'm Mckenzie.
She's gone on a spiritual journey. And she sort
Mm,
of ascended the astral plane, so just don't mind her.
why be
Make sure you
mad when
rate the
you can be sad?
make sure you rate the podcast 5 stars. Otherwise, she will transcend galaxies and space time and find you, and you don't want to know what happens. So,
That is true. How
but how you
are
doing, Mackenzie?
you?
Ooh, I got it off faster.
This is sad. It'd be kind of funny. I did this the whole time.
Stay tuned for the
I
4-hour-long podcast episode, guys.
am good. It's my
That's good to hear.
sister's birthday.
Happy birthday!
I got matcha.
Yummy.
I had a meeting.
I don't know if I like matcha because the only
I
matcha that I've had
screamed.
is Dunkin' Donuts matcha, and I don't know if I trust Dunkin' Donuts matcha.
I had that
I feel like they don't know much about matcha.
Get me out of this. Help.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh, hey!
Yeah, what's up?
I'm doing good. Today's his birthday. We went to get crumble cookies, but the crumble cookie place was closed. I got matcha. I ate cake.
Were they real crumble cookies or were they like the crumble pop up in Australia?
I live in Australia, so the pop up.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And
Do your best Australian accent since you're from there?
Razor blades. That says
What?
that's raise the lights in an Australian accent.
Razor blades?
I think it's something like that. I don't know.
How
I
does it
remember
raise your?
sister.
Oh.
This is like, I swear it's razor blades. Razor blades, Aussie accent. Here's lights. Okay, learn it. Raise up lights. Raise up lights. Razor blades. Raise up lights. Yeah.
Razor blades.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Razor blades. It sounds like.
I think it's just because I know you're saying razor blades. It just sounds like razor blades to me.
Okay, wait, no, listen to. No, this is not.
How to do an Australian accent. I'll need an American volunteer. You, sir, can I teach you how to do an Australian accent? I want you to read this in your American accent. Show it to the crowd. Rise up.
Oh, fuck! I say raise up lights, and it sounds like razor
Oh,
blades.
it's supposed to
Fuck!
be.
It's the other way around!
I was gonna say, you're just saying razor blades. It doesn't sound like anything.
Raise up lights. Raise up lights. Raise up lights.
Okay.
Raise up lights.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There we go, smooth.
Yeah, raise up lights.
All of that to say,
And-
so you didn't get crumble.
No, I did not get crumble. And I played a game with my boyfriend. I played a game with my boyfriend on
Ooh.
stream as well, which was the first time we've streamed of just us, which is weird.
Is that true?
Yes. The first time he was ever on stream where he had voice chat was when we played Lethal Company, and before that.
Oh, you're saying with what? Oh, got you.
Yes.
I was gonna say like there's like all the Minecraft.
No,
duo
that does
streams.
not count.
Gotcha.
And then what else did I do this week?
How
Let me
are you
agenda.
liking Valheim so far?
It's cute. It's whimsical. It's chill. The options was that or Satisfactory, but we didn't want to pay $100 to get it.
You know what?
Because it'd be 100 total.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But it's fun. I enjoyed. I liked the building, and I went into
The building is fun.
I got attacked, and it scared me. But we made really good progress, I would say. How are you liking a repo? Because I wanted to stream repo, but I thought no one was home. Because I even messaged Angel about it, and he said
Yeah,
everyone's
that I've got beef with, by the way.
with me.
Yeah, not beef, but
I just assumed you're busy
you-
because you're busy on Saturdays.
yeah,
So-
you just didn't ask me if I was available for a stream when I was available.
Yeah, I just ended up not asking. I don't ask people questions.
Repo is kind of a problem. because it's taking over my life.
I'm surprised you could play with so little people. Give the audience a little in depth.
Okay, so if you don't know what repo is, hopefully you know what Lethal Company is, because it's kind of like that. If not, then hopefully you'll understand this. Basically, it's like Lethal Company. Thank you.
Wow.
No.
See,
okay,
that's also
essentially,
another reason that I was like on edge with like I was like, should I even play it? Because I literally have Lethal Company.
It's
so
like
I'm just gonna
Lethal, but
steal my money.
better in so many ways. So basically, it's this cute little game where you and your friends, which I think you play with up to like 6 or 8 people or something by default. You guys play as little robots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go in and it'll be like level 1, all right? And you have to go around, you have this like essentially this cart, like a shopping cart, but it's like this floating space cart thing. And you go room by room, and then you find valuables that are worth money, and you have to put them in your cart and then bring them back to the extraction point and extract, and then you get the money and you go to your truck and you leave. However, there's a lot of creatures and things like that you can bump into that will try to kill you, and each one has different mechanics that you have to learn and use to not die or to fight against them. And also, all of the objects that are worth money, every time you like bump them against something, they lose value. So you have to be like really careful with them. And then certain stuff, like say you have like a gem or like a mug or something like that, they can shatter, or like a vase. So if you hit something, it'll just shatter and break and you lose it all.
I see.
And unlike Lethal, because Lethal Company, I was thinking about this before we started. Lethal Company is fun, but Lethal Company, you're just playing to play. And by that, I mean like you're getting more money just to have to raise the cap to have to get more money to have to get more money, right? There's not like much more to it. You can buy like flashlights, but like nothing too crazy, right? This game has a shop that when you go to it, it's randomly generated, and or like its inventory is like randomly generated, and you can get upgrades for your character, which is like you'll have more health, more stamina, you run faster, you can double, triple jump. You can in the game there's like this dive ability, so you like jump and press Q and you dive. You can upgrade your dive to go further, which I buy every upgrade of that and use them all, and then I have like tier 7 dive and just like fly across the map when I hit it and pray there's not a hole that I fall down and die. um Stuff like that. And then the items in the game are way more fun because like the entire game is based on this sort of physics system, because it's not you find an item and you pick it up like Lethal and then you're just like holding it. You have to hold click and then like whip it around, and objects have different weights. So heavy objects you need like more friends to carry and stuff like that. And the weapons use this physics system as well, because when you like there's a baseball bat, which is my favorite one, and when you take it out, it's not your character's just now holding the baseball bat.
Baseball bats.
Like in Lethal, how you'd like hold the shovel.
Bats traumatized me.
Oh, why's that?
Never make. I don't get a favorite character in The Walking Dead.
Oh, I see. But yeah, so in Lethal, when you get a weapon like the shovel, right? You know how you just like walk over and then you click on something? The baseball bat, or like any other weapon in the game and stuff, you have to take it out and then you have to actually like whip your mouse around to whip the object and hit the enemy. But I found out you can accidentally hit yourself if you just whip stuff really hard. And the baseball bat in particular, when you hit something, it just launches them. So I've killed myself before by accidentally hitting myself with the baseball bat and launching myself across. And then when you lose in Lethal, you just like die and that's it, right? But in Repo, there's another layer to it, because when you lose, you go to the like loser arena and you and all your friends have to like 1v1v1 each other. And there's like a bunch of objects and stuff on the ground, so y'all beat each other up, and then whoever wins gets a crown for the next game.
See, my thing that I'm like so like cautious about with this game is that I spend money on getting content warning, and I fucking hate content warning. Like I genuinely had no fun playing that game.
I think this is more because you have fun on Lethal, right?
Yeah, Lethal's fun to me, but
yeah, this is a lot more.
Content warning I don't like because you have to be funny.
Yeah, content warning's entire gameplay is just based on you. If you don't talk in content warning, there's no gameplay. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not fun to play. But Lethal, there's an actual like gameplay loop to it that's fun. This I think takes that and makes it even more fun. I'd say this is a lot more entertaining. I've posted a bunch of clips in our
So
friend
many
Discord.
clips.
We've taken so many. It's
But
such a funny
also,
game.
another thing is that like Lethal isn't a lot of fun if it's like 2 people. Like
This Nat and I have run duos for like hours. This is so
that's
fun.
like so I'm
You-
like
you
thinking
don't need
like
a big
I need
group.
to get like a whole ass group and that's just so
No,
much
no.
work.
It's arguably like obviously it's great with a lot of people, but it's arguably almost better when you don't have a lot because then you don't have to split money as much. Because the more people you have, the more like
I just started
upgrades and
playing
stuff you have
it.
to
My
split.
bad to the viewers that just got jump scared by the ad of it.
But yeah, I think the game is really fun, and the reason I said it's a problem is because I think it's too fun. Natalie's addicted to it. She was supposed to study
Yeah,
today.
no, she's been. I saw Natalie a week ago, and she was like, "I need to do homework, but I'm too
Mhm.
busy playing some league game. I don't remember."
TFT. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
addicted to
yeah.
TFT.
So Natalie, while you're listening to this, go do your fucking homework.
So the other day we stayed up till 5 a.m. playing it. Then last night we stayed up till like 4 a.m. playing it. And then today I wake up and I'm like getting adjusted to being woken up. I woke up at like noon. And then at 12:46 she DMs me, "Wakey wakey, I'm addicted to repo." And then I said, "You got to study." And she said, "A little won't hurt." And then she said she's going to eat lunch first and then we're going to play, okay? And then 3 minutes later she says, "Okay, I'm ready." And then she explains, "I didn't even eat anything because I want to play so bad."
See,
So-
another thing also with the game, not to be a hater, but their fucking logo is stupid.
The logo makes sense once you play it. It is kind of dumb because it's just like some weird emoji thing.
But like they have these cute little beans. Use the cute
Yeah,
little
yeah.
beans. Like why is it for anyone who doesn't know, it's a laughing emoji with like its eyes like
Mhm.
drained the fuck out and its teeth crooked as fuck.
Also, a really fun thing about the game that I forgot to mention is so it's proc chat and the creatures, like there's a lot of creatures that activate by voice. Like there's a guy who's blindfolded with a shotgun and he activates off of noise, which
Nutcracker.
includes voice. And what's it called? Well, the Nutcracker you can't move. This you can move around, but you can't like make noise. But also when you type in the game, there's a text chat. There's
yes,
a
I saw a clip of
TTS that
this.
your bean talks, and
Yes.
it makes noise in the game, so things will react if you type. And that's led to some pretty funny moments. But yeah, so she messaged me that she wanted to play. So then I got out of bed and immediately got on. I didn't eat anything. She hadn't eaten anything. And she was supposed to study. We played till 1:30. And then she called a friend and she was eating food while she called. And then she said that she would like study after it, right?
Mhm.
And then she was like, "Well, we can just like play one after." So then after the call, we hop on and we played. And then we played till like 6. When did I miss? We played till basically 7 p.m. I didn't eat like anything. At one point, I took a small break and quickly grabbed food, but I basically ate nothing until I think 5 p.m. all day. And Natalie got no work done. Then finally we hopped off the game and she accidentally took a nap.
Oh, that's not doing work. So that sounds like it's been very big fun. Maybe you guys will see the game, but I want to first finish Split Fiction, which I am playing with my boyfriend, and it has been actually very
back.
fun. I'm surprised that I can run the game, because it was good.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna say any spoilers, tell me and I will take my headphones off. I've avoided
No,
everything
I'm
about
not.
this game. Okay.
All I want to say, it's very, very fun and very beautiful, and
Okay. Because yeah,
it's
it's-
funny. I've enjoyed it a lot.
so far it's I believe the top rated game of 2025. It's EA's top rated game since like a lot of years ago. I don't have the exact stat, but just take that.
And it's nice because I bought it so Jade can also play it with her boyfriend because we have a shared thing. So it's like
and
not
the
like a
game-
one-time play
so
thing.
the best part about the game too is that
Friend
first of all, new
pass.
games nowadays are $70. This one is only $50. And the best part
For
about all
you?
of these devs games,
Mine was $70 in total because it had $8 tax.
yeah, but normally it's 70 USD, so then it's like 90 for you or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the best part is Friend Pass, which is basically if you have a friend who owns the game, you get to play with them for free. So only one person has to buy it, which means really either you have one nice friend who buys it and then you get to play for free, or you just split the cost and then it's only $25, which is crazy.
Yeah. I think that more games should have Friend Pass because I think this company is really the only company that
Yeah.
does that.
They made, in case you guys are interested in more games by them, they made It Takes Two and A Way Out, both of which are really,
And
really
one
good.
other game. I don't know what it's
don't-
called. It was like their first ever project, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know the big ones.
But yeah, no, they're all very good games.
Yes,
Highly recommend.
The dev is very, very good. But the dev one time said something about an award show, Mckenzie.
Oh.
He famously said at the Game Awards, fuck the Oscars. And last week, the Oscars were going around. Last week, the Oscars were going on while we were recording.
Mm-hmm.
But they hadn't finished.
Yes, but now they're done.
Do you have any thoughts on the Oscars?
Zoe Saldana has been in Avatar, Avengers, the other Avatar movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy, probably some other movies that aren't like that. Let me look it up.
She has been in Avatar. I don't know what that is. Avatar, Star Trek, Avatar, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Star Trek, that's the other one. She has been in such
she's
like
gonna be
iconic
in Avatar, and she's also gonna be in Avatar.
She has been in such iconic roles that the first time she gets an Oscar, the first time she wins an Oscar is for Emilia Perez. Is just like, yeah, she does deserve it, but she has done a million times better performance. And also, the entire time, none of the Emilia Perez cast and crew has ever like thanked the trans community or mentioned the trans community. And I don't even think that like Ariana should win. I think that they're probably gonna win for Wicked Good. Always good. The second part of Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's called. I feel like that's what they're doing, but I'm happy it didn't win Best Picture. I was gonna watch Anora, but then my friend accidentally bought tickets to see Captain America, so I haven't watched Anora yet. But I have seen Captain America.
You were gonna watch Anora with a friend?
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's my best friend. We'll awkwardly watch a sex
I was gonna say,
like,
I don't know. That feels like a awkward movie to like watch with someone.
I feel like it's awkward to go out alone to watch it.
I feel like it's just an awkward movie to see in theaters, like, period. I mean, like, fair enough, but I'd feel awkward doing it.
Have you watched? Who actually? No, they had no sex coordinator. That was like the whole big thing. So yeah, I watched Captain America. I gave it. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave it 2.5 stars.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got told at work that Captain America is one of the best Marvel movies by a casual Marvel fan at work, who sometimes I talk to.
So the last movie I gave 2.5 stars to was A Nonsense Christmas by Sabrina Carpenter.
That's not even a movie.
And The Ring and Psycho.
Whoa,
Deadpool
you like
and
Psycho? But what if you think about like the
Psycho?
historical significance about it?
No, I probably liked Psycho. I just don't like Psycho that much.
Like,
I think because the Psycho didn't scare me, and for horror movies, I was looking for like this like.
Yeah, but it's like the first ever like slasher film.
No, but I also liked The Ring. I liked both of them. They just like. The Haunting, I hated. Anyways, like 2.5 stars. That's pretty good for me, personally. I think like Deadpool, Wolverine, I gave
5, like
3.
Halfway. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, if I like a movie, it starts at like 3 stars for me.
If I liked the movie,
on my
I did
rating
give
scale.
Cocaine Bear 3.5. I don't know what my rating scale is anymore. Anywho, did I ever rate the Songbirds and Snakes?
To be fair, not everything needs a rating scale because that's why I quit Letterboxd. Is because I stressed no one was judging me at all, but I stressed myself out with rating certain movies in comparison to other movies and how many stars I gave X movie versus this movie, and did I actually like. So then I quit Letterboxd. But
that, I feel like, if anything, just make like a chart and ignore. Just do it for. I just like it for the
exactly,
documenting sake.
I'm just gonna do it for fun now. But I haven't seen any new movies.
So yeah, I watched Captain America, A Brave New World, and I'm watching it and I'm like, this is decent, not the worst in the world. The CGI at the end was pretty shitty. Now, tell me the one thing you know about this film, because I know you know one thing about it.
Red Hulk is in it?
Exactly. So,
oh, was that actually it?
Everyone knows that Harrison Ford plays the Red Hulk because it is advertised everywhere. It was in the trailer, it was in the poster, it was absolutely everywhere.
That was like the whole thing about this movie is like, oh my god, Red Hulk's gonna be in it.
Now, watching the movie, spoilers ahead, the Red Hulk doesn't show up till the last quarter of the movie.
Oh.
Because the big surprise about the whole thing is that this villain who like has like a morphed face has been giving Harrison Ford's characters medicine to keep him alive. And because this guy is like so smart, like first of all, didn't even know this guy was in the movie. I don't know what his name is. He's just like this ugly looking green guy. Did you know there's an ugly looking green guy as the villain? Because I didn't.
I thought Red Hulk would be the villain.
So there was like, he's like, I'm saying the whole plot. I hope you don't mind. Spoilers again for the whole plot.
Skip ahead.
So basically, he's like brainwashing these people. Like he's really smart. So he like can predict the probability. And then also the Mandalorian villain, which I forget his name, Giancarlo Espanol.
Oh yeah. Giancarlo.
Giancarlo. No, he's in the movie, but he's like killed like halfway through. Like not killed. He like almost dies and gets captured, but he wasn't even the main villain in the whole thing. This green guy is like behind the scenes of everything, and basically Harrison Ford's character like prisoned him to make him work for him to keep him alive. And then he said once he becomes president, he will let him free. And that didn't happen when Harrison Ford became not actually. I don't know Harrison Ford's character's name.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. So it's all about his revenge. So then this entire time he's trying to like kill Harrison Ford, but also make him like angry to show his real colors, because his daughter Betty won't come see him. And then
I'm sorry. I just looked up Captain America cast to get the character name. He's Thaddeus Ross.
Yes, that is
Seth
Thaddeus.
Rollins, the WWE wrestler, isn't it?
What? I need
Seth Rollins.
Captain America. Cast.
But now I go
Seth.
to. No, I'm not seeing Seth.
Oh, Samuel Stern is the guy of the green guy.
Is
I
this?
don't see.
I think Google just lied to me because I just went to IMDb and he's not there. But on Google, it's telling me he's in it.
He's just actor. I think it's broken.
Yeah. I think someone just lied and Google's like, yeah, sure.
And then like, where was I? So yeah,
so
this green guy. I just said his name. What the fuck was his name? Samuel Stern.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Has been feeding Thaddeus Ross these heart medicine because his heart was gonna fail, but he's been upping the gamma radiation, and then like because he can like brain. So there's so much going on in this film. I'm realizing now. So he can like the Samuel Stern. He's like really smart, and he like learned a way to like manipulate military people to like kill or like fight, like brainwashes them to like a song, right?
Oh.
So
Cool.
basically, Sam Wilson's friend, Isaiah Bradley, was a super soldier that was like stuck in prison. He's in the movie, and he gets
Is he in the show?
Yeah, he's also in Captain America. Sorry, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then this is like early in the film. I'm like all over the place, but early in the film, they like go and visit the presidency, and then like his phone flashes, and Isaiah gets like brainwashed and like tries to kill the president. So then he gets like stuck into solitaire. So like Anthony Mackie's character this whole time is just trying to like get him out of prison, because he was also in prison for 30 years and like experimented on, so he has a lot of trauma there. But the Harrison Ford's characters, what his goal is there also is, one, to see his daughter, and two, to get this like thing passed, because there's a new material that's better than vibranium from the celestial beasts that are eternal spawned in the ocean of Japan.
The celestial was acknowledged.
Yes. The celestial was finally acknowledged. So he's trying to get an agreement with Japan and I want to say India and France, but I could be wrong. But then Samuel Stern leaks like something to Japan, so Japan's out, and then Japan's like, we're gonna claim all of it. So then they go out in like the ocean and they have like boats. So then America goes there too, and then they have 2 American fighters, and then he brainwashes them to start attacking Japan. He's trying, like, the Samuel Stern guy is trying to get Harrison Ford's character angry to destroy everything, right? So then Anthony Mackie and Joaquin Torrens, I think it is, basically the new Falcon, they try to like shut it all down. They succeed with that. So then Samuel Stern's like all angry, and he's like, you ruined my plan. So then he turns himself in.
Sorry, the way you phrase that, it sounded like a Scooby-Doo episode. Like, you meddling kids, you soiled my plan.
Basically, he did that. And then, so then Samuel Stern, like, earlier in the film, while Harrison Ford was flying to Japan to talk to Japan, calls him and, like, talks to him, and then, so Harrison Ford was, like, addressing the whole matter, being, like, because I think they got the, like, thing approved where they're gonna get some, like, America's gonna get some of this material because it can, like, help, like, medicine and shit. So then,
it will be used for weapons.
While it's being, like, it's like a press conference thing, and like Harrison Ford's talking about this, Samuel Stern, before like turning himself in, hijacks it and then plays the phone call, and that makes Harrison Ford all angry, and then he turns into the Red Hulk, and then Anthony Mackie shows up, and then they fight, and then it ends.
Did you think, one thing I saw a lot of people talking about is how bad the CGI of the cherry blossoms was?
Yeah, no.
But then the cherry blossoms
scene
aren't CGI, they're practical. There's photos on the set.
Yeah, I don't know. It's awful. Like, genuinely.
Like something about the lighting, or?
Like, the lighting is off. No, it, like, even though it was a practical set, they must have done a reshoot, because they did so many reshoots. Like, there's no way that was practical, like, at all.
It was a very, very reshot movie.
Yeah, as you can tell from my story of it all. And then Harrison Ford, how do they stop it is that, because like the whole thing with the cherry blossoms is that he used to walk his daughter through the cherry blossoms.
Oh, so it was like calming him down.
So they basically just like do the same thing as they always do. It was just... Also, Harrison Ford is really old, and then when we came back into non-Hulk form, he had, like, a bunch of cuts on his face, and then, like, when Harrison Ford was, like, getting, like, angry, I was like, you're gonna give him a heart attack, please. Because Harrison Ford is, like, my angry grandpa in my head. So, I just care about Harrison Ford, and it was stressing me out the whole time that he was just gonna have a heart attack in the middle of the film, and I was gonna cry over it. Live, laugh, love Harrison Ford.
We love Harrison.
But, yeah, no, the movie, like, in the beginning was going, like, okay, and then it just became a lot. Just, because, like, there's technically then 3 villains of the film, but, like, the Stern guy was the mastermind behind everything. And then he didn't even fight, though. He just turned himself in. And, like,
Interesting.
now Anthony Mackie is going to get the Avengers back together.
So, wait, he's getting the Avengers back together?
Yeah. That was what Harrison Ford was trying to pitch to him.
Okay.
Which is funny because he's what tore the Avengers all apart.
And the Avengers movie, which
Doomsday? Doom's War? Doom's Destiny?
The Avengers Doomsday movie, which is supposed to release next year, had a lot of
leaks.
What is it? Concept art leak.
Wait, before we go to that real quick.
Yeah.
The reason why I mentioned Red Hulk is that the movie, it had like the whole thing was building up that Harrison Ford is a Red Hulk. And like the guy, like the Stern guy literally kills someone because he like finds out and he was about to tell Anthony Mackie. Like the whole element of surprise is gone because literally everyone knows like, oh, this is gonna come because
because they advertise. So like if you didn't know that he was Red Hulk,
the
then
movie
would have been
better.
Gotcha.
That was what I was trying to get at.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is it's kind of like Zendaya in the first Dune movie where she was like advertised everywhere and did press runs and stuff, and she's apparently in it for like 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of leaks of concept art, which a lot of people pointed out that old Avenger movie concept art is very different from what the actual movie ends up being, which that's fair because at the end of the day, it's just a concept. But it seems like the Young Avengers are going to be in it as well. So there's going to be like the Avengers and the Young Avengers. So now we're like double Avengered up. So that should be interesting.
Why are we bringing kids to war?
I don't know. It's like Wanda's kid. I think what's her name? Miss Marvel? Is that it?
Miss Marvel, Wanda's kid, Eternal's kid that's not really a kid named Sprite.
And
Hawkeye, Kate Bishop.
Yeah, what's her
Yelena.
Wait, what's Kate Bishop's actress's name?
Oh,
Haley Steinfeld. There we go.
Yes.
Oh my god, I kept wanting to say Haley, and for some reason I haven't even talked about her or seen
Bieber?
her. I just kept thinking Haley Welch. Not Hawk Tuah.
You do love Welch.
It's not Hawk Tuah.
She loves
Yeah, so it's like all of them. They're apparently going to be like squatted up in it, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Going back like 10 conversations though, the reason I brought up the Oscars.
Oh, how'd I get here?
Was did you see what I believe is it Halle Berry? Halle Berry? Did you see what
Little Mermaid?
H. Berry did? No. She was Catwoman in the film Catwoman. Halle Berry.
Oh,
maybe?
yes, Kiss the Guy.
Yeah. So
yes.
if you don't know, she basically went up to Adrian Brody on the red carpet, and she looked at his wife and said, "Sorry, Georgina, but I got to do this." And then they kissed, and it wasn't just like a peck. Like they were like kissing for a second.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone thinks it's really weird, which I agree with. And I was wondering because the backstory on it is also a very weird moment. In apparently like 2003, like a really, really long time ago, Adrian Brody won an Oscar and then went up and she was presenting it, and he just grabbed her and started like making out with her, like kissing her. And she went on an interview and basically said that she had no idea that was coming and was very confused and caught off guard and like was really stunned by it. And then like over 20 years later now, she comes up, he's married, and just kisses him back.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird.
Like she wasn't married at the time. He wasn't married at the time.
Yeah. There's just been like a weird gap of time in it that it's like, isn't this like over?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that was probably, I feel like, one of the biggest Oscar news.
Yeah, I think that was like the biggest drama or weird moment, other than who won and stuff like that was debated.
Who did you want to win?
I got asked this by someone at work, and I don't know why. I just like can't care about the Oscars. I think it's because I don't watch enough movies. Because like I love movies, and when I see movies, I love watching movies, and there's a lot of movies that I love. And like last year's Oscars, they were sick. There was like bangers on bangers on bangers at that Oscars. You know what I mean? But this
Yeah.
year, I just like didn't watch any of the movies that were like nominated. You know, like I'm sure they're good, but like I didn't see
I only
like
you didn't
best
watch even
best
Wicked.
picture. I didn't watch Nora. I didn't watch Amelia Perez. I didn't watch A Complete Unknown. Didn't watch Conclave. Didn't watch Nickel Boys. I've never even sorry. Let me rephrase. Didn't watch Nora. Didn't watch Amelia Perez.
You want a movie I want to watch?
What movie
Flow.
is that? The cat?
It's the cat animated one.
Yeah. So wait, didn't watch Complete Unknown. Never heard of Conclave. Never heard of Nickel Boys. Never heard of I'm Still Here.
You don't know Concave. You hate. Fuck, is that the Pope one?
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
biggest
you hate religion.
one. Didn't watch The Substance. Didn't watch Dune Part 2. Didn't watch Wicked, and never heard of The Brutalist.
Maybe next year we'll do like the Oscar like letterbox. Like we'll watch all.
Oh, where you like watch them all?
Oscar.
Yeah. I think that would be fun because
Man, why
I.
do people have to live so far away? I would have like an Oscar like night, and we could all like have our little prediction.
I'll pull up. I'll pull up.
You live in America.
And I'll pull up. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But like looking at the 2024 Oscars, it's like Oppenheimer, which won, and that's all I care about. Barbie.
Did you watch Barbie?
Wow. I did Barbenheimer.
Oh yeah.
That shit was historic. And speaking about Oppenheimer, actually, I just rewatched Oppenheimer in theaters in IMAX because when I saw it in standard, and now I saw it in IMAX, and it was my first.
I saw it in 75mm film.
Just 70.
Oh,
The
I
thing I'm
saw
gonna
it
have
in
for you.
70mm film.
I know. I'm very jealous, and I hope someday I get to watch it in 70mm. But I rewatched it, and it was I think my first time rewatching it since the movie came out, and I kind of teared up. That movie's like really scary now.
What, Oppenheimer?
Yeah, movie's really scary.
I was like, oh, you
On like
teared up. Like, I was like, why'd you tear up? And then okay.
I don't know. I just got like overwhelmed with emotions on like geopolitical. The world could go into nuclear war, and like when he hits the like when he's talking to Einstein, and he's like, I came to you with the like calculations that we could cause a chain reaction that like ends the world. And he was like, yes, whatever. And he's like, I'm afraid we did. I was like, low key though, maybe. Like, shit is not great. But yeah, that movie's phenomenal, and I love Christopher Nolan, and I will be seeing mark my words, I will be seeing the Odyssey in theaters in New York City in 70mm IMAX. Thank you.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Sorry, I decided one
No, you're good.
time to open a LinkedIn. Like, I open LinkedIn occasionally, and
Mhm.
I was like, ooh, marketing for EA. And then the qualifications, 3+ years of experience in mobile marketing, product marketing, or creative production. Where does one get this?
I have been seeing. Can I talk about work stuff, or is that like stress you out, like finding job stuff?
Oh no, you can talk about that. What does this stress me out? I got a job right now.
I've been seeing a lot of like tweets and TikToks for some reason, just a lot of posts in general of like people complaining about that, where like every job needs years of experience, but no job will give you the experience because they all want experience. And then also, I think it was Twitter that I saw this, but someone posted, someone like replied to somebody, and they were like go get a job, and they quote retweeted it with their like website or whatever they use to apply for jobs, and they had applied to, I think, like 400 jobs and said they got 2 interviews and both of them said no. And then everyone started just quote retweeting that with like more and more of like they applied to 600 jobs, got like 5 interviews. 3 of them found someone else before they even got to their interview, like this, that, the other thing. And goddamn, that shit is stressful.
Yeah. Can you talk about your thing yet?
I haven't signed the contract yet, so I don't want to get too excited. Like I will be, and it'll happen, but I just want to wait till it's like
Official.
you know, yeah. Because it's like right now it's official, but it's not like official, but it's like official. Stay tuned. But speaking about stay tuned, big event this week that I'm going to. It's
Oh?
actually this is the most sporadic thing I've ever done, and the craziest thing I've ever done. And I need to thank my mom. Thank you, mother, for being the trooper
Just
you
doxed her. Thank you,
are.
Carol Smith, for the
Yeah. This week, so if you don't know, my favorite game is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Hey guys, little intermission here. Before we get to know why John's thanking his mother, have you ever thought about, hey, I should watch a stream? Well, let me tell you, I stream on Thursdays and Saturdays on twitch.tv/madgen_. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, what do you stream? And let me tell you, definitely not fucking Minecraft. We play multiple
Never mind,
different types
I
of
was tweaking them
games.
back.
We play some Stardew Valley occasionally. Playing
Are you doing an
Split
ad for your
Fiction
stream?
right now. Definitely not. You might even see Repo in the future. So if you're interested in some variety, some fun, come on down to MadJed_'s Twitch stream on Thursdays and Saturdays at either 4 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. EST, 5:30 p.m. EST, because I don't know when the fuck I'm going to stream anymore. Back to our normally scheduled content.
As I was saying, my favorite game, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, and they announced at
Go
their
back from the
biggest-
mother.
I need to thank that'll all make sense. I need to thank my mother. So, my favorite game, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, right? They announced at their biggest event, which is Six Invitational, right? Their biggest esports event, that
Yes.
they have been working on Siege X. Now, it is going to be kind of like a CS2 style update to Siege, where new engine, way better audio, better visuals. There's supposed to be more like environmental.
But like, why don't they just make a new game?
Because that would cause big drama.
Oh.
It's like all your like skins, all your work, everything, you know what I mean? None of that would like transfer over. So it's easier
guess.
for like a live service game like this to just update and enhance their current game than it is to make a whole new one. Like could you imagine if Minecraft came out with a big update and they were like, now you have to buy Minecraft 2?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like everyone would like throw a fit.
Like, everyone does that. Anyways, go ahead.
So Siege X, right? There's going to be environmental interactions where like if you explode something next to like a fire extinguisher, now the fire extinguisher like blow up into like a cloud of smoke, or there's supposed to be like explosive pipes that if you shoot them now, like they'll blow up and they're just built into the maps and stuff like that, right? A lot of cool shit. And then they're also making a new game mode that's supposed to be a staple. That's going to be like a 6v6 where you can play attackers and defenders, like all the operators. And it's basically like a 2-pronged thing. So like each side has a base, and then you have these like zones, and you're trying to capture the enemy zones, and they're trying to capture yours, and you capture them by like planting this sabotage device, and then you have to defend it. And so you have to defend your base while also attacking their base. We'll see how it ends up being, but it sounds like it could be pretty cool. Anyways, when they announced this, they said, we're inviting the biggest content creators and like pro players and stuff to come down on March 13th for the world reveal in Atlanta. And
you're going to Atlanta?
And there's a limited number of tickets that you can buy at home so you too can attend. So I immediately went on and I was like, how much is a ticket to this sort of thing, right? And how much do you think a ticket would be to like a world premiere
$250
event? $250?
Yes.
I go online, I click on the website very quickly, and I read that it is $10 And not only is
What?
it $10 for a ticket to the event, it is $10 for a ticket to the event, a shirt, and an in-game bundle. I would have
Damn.
spent $10 just for a bundle. So I'll take all of that shit. So immediately I bought it. Like no second get, no thoughts. Not even sure how I'm gonna get to Atlanta. I bought the ticket because I'm like, worst case, I'm out $10 and it's like boo-hoo. Best case, I get to go to this thing, right?
Yeah.
It ends up selling out after a couple of hours. Tickets are non-transferable. Like if you get the ticket, you have to go or just not show up. So I was very, very excited. And then I start looking into like what hotel would I stay at, this, that, the other thing. And the reason I said shout out my mom, she's a trooper, is because I'm not staying at a hotel.
Are you staying in your car?
I am flying down at like 5:30 in the morning. So my mom is bringing me to the airport. And I'm flying back at like 8 p.m. the same day.
My God, you are gonna be exhausted. So
Are
are you gonna pack something?
Nope, no I'm going with whatever's in my pockets.
Not even bring it back. Oh no, well you can't really bring that inside.
Exactly, I'm
Oh,
going in
fuck.
an event. I'm just going with like phone and wallet. Maybe phone charger.
Shit.
Probably phone charger.
Yeah, that's probably important.
But yeah. So I'm very excited to go. This was the most affordable thing because I think I'm on like a Spirit flight or something. I did one of like the budget flights, So it was only $120 for the flight altogether, like there and back, versus
Okay.
having to pay like that plus a night at a hotel.
Hotel, yeah.
Like this, that, the
See,
other thing.
I live in North America.
Uh-huh.
You would think that you could travel to America for cheap.
Mm-hmm. Affordably. Yes.
Yes, 1 hour flight, just 1 hour, like round trip. So I guess 2 hours, $600.
Yeah.
It just don't make sense.
Let me see how long my flight is. My flight's a 2 hour 20 minutes, so total.
Let's hope no zombie
4 hours.
apocalypse breaks out. Am I right?
Those who know.
No.
But yeah, so mine's like 4 hours total there.
And this is this Thursday?
Yes, this Thursday, March
So I guess
13th.
can't fucking do a repo.
And-
Fuck.
I know. I thought of that too.
Split fiction too. Anyways.
I got the event schedule and the like itinerary of like things that we can do, right? So confirmed activities for you. Game hands on. I will be. It says participation is not guaranteed.
Get the vlog.
It says participation is not guaranteed, but I will make sure that it's fucking guaranteed. I'll make sure I'm getting that shit. Game hands on. I get to step into the newest battlefield, play Siege X early before anyone else can. Then there's 3 interesting things to do that I'm intrigued by. The first one is called Prep Station. It says prep like an operator. Get event ready styling or transforming into your favorite Siege operator with our team. Is that like a they cosplay you station?
You
Are
should
they gonna
cosplay as the girl that like goes invisible, like the one that like you go and then like
You put the
can,
clone?
Like, yeah, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
one DLC skin.
Yeah. That's 2B from near the Autobo or whatever. We talked about it.
Who would you cosplay as?
It's funny. My first answer when I was reading that to Natalie, I also said that I was gonna go Yana, and I was like, I'm gonna take booty pics. But my serious answer, I feel like
Blackbeard.
I was about to say Blackbeard. Yeah, I feel like white man American blonde hair with beard. I could do Blackbeard. Or if it was like full covering stuff, Deimos looks really, really
Who
sick.
the fuck is Deimos?
Here, I'll send you a picture of him.
Did I play Deimos? Was he one in?
No. He's like one of the newest guys. And he's technically within the lore of the game. He's technically like a villain, but he looks super badass. They're giving him a boys collab skin so that he becomes Noir. Yes,
Cheddars, I got matcha, and matcha has like a froth kind of thing on the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I finished the matcha and I still got the. Do I just like eat the? How?
I'm not a matcha eater, so I don't know.
Anywho,
So
next event.
the next one is the Armory Station. It says gear
Wow.
up at the Armory, test siege gadgets,
You gotta
channel
shoot
your
a
inner
gun.
operator, and capture the moment. Yeah, I don't know how we're like testing siege gadgets because those are very like it's either like shoot an explosive or like thing that stops explosive. So I'm not too sure what they're gonna do with that, but I'm intrigued. And then this should be a pretty cool station. You know how I said like you get like a free shirt?
Yes.
This is the embroidery station where you can customize your
Oh.
gear and add elite embroidery to your showcase
I was
gifts
gonna
or
write
apparel.
Bolo. One exclamation mark Bolo.
I hope Bablo's there. When does Bolo
He's a
play?
father now.
Yeah,
Won't.
he's not going to be there, but there are a lot of content creators and pros who are there, and I hope I get to meet them because that would be exciting.
That'd be
Um,
cool.
But yeah, the event goes from noon to the doors open at noon, and then the show ends at 3, and the venue door closes at 4:30.
And
so
your tickets at?
My flight.
Yes.
My flight is at. Let me pull it up. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum. Ghostbusters. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. There's something there. Ba-da-ba-da-da. I'm so sorry.
Ba-do-do-do-do.
My flight is 5:30 in the morning so I'll land at 8 in the morning there.
Okay.
Then go get food, go to the event, wait outside, go in, and then leave somewhere between 3 and 4:30, and my flight out is at 8:36 p.m.
Ah,
And
you'll have plenty of time.
Yeah. And then
They're gonna be like, why the fuck do you have nothing on you? You don't even need your
Yeah,
passport.
I'm gonna like suspicion. Oh wait, I guess maybe I do need a. Maybe I do need to bring like a backpack, or can I just
Small
like
bag.
can I just like carry my?
Don't
like
do a Ludwig.
Yeah, because I was gonna say
Don't
like
do
I'm
a
getting the
garbage bag.
shirt there, and it says add embroidery to your gifts or apparel. So are there gonna be like gifts
Bring a
there
tote.
too?
Bring like
Yeah,
a
I do have
reusable grocery bag.
I have a small. This was actually I went to this like thrift store thing. It was the one that we went to, but it was closed. And when I got a shirt there, they gave me this like really nice tote bag that's like zipped. You can zip it shut. For no
That's
extra
good.
cost.
We
That
like
was just the bag.
zippers.
That was just the bag that they put it in.
Damn.
So I actually use that a lot now because it's a really nice size and you can just zip it close. So maybe I'll bring that. But
you know where?
yeah, stay tuned for story time.
You know where you can't bring bags to?
The ocean.
Concerts. John,
Concerts.
have you been to one concert before?
I have been to one concert before, yes.
And have you been like, man, I wish I went to another of that same exact concert again?
To the same exact concert. I would say
because the question is, should you go to the same concert more than once? Because Sabrina Carpenter has now released a new tour of her short and sweet to selected North American cities. And I was like, I want to go. But then I realized I've been. And then I realized I gotta save it for a different concert anyways. So, what are you, how... But then you have like the crazy people like go to like 30 concerts because like for example for Billy, I love Billy. I would go to Billy concert any day of the week, even if it's the same shit over and over again.
I got a tweet. I think it was about the short and sweet tour too. Or maybe it was Tate's. I'm not sure. But I got a tweet where someone complained that they couldn't get Pit and that it was like the resale was too expensive and blah blah blah. And then someone was like, just get like lower bowl. It's like this price. And they were like, yeah, I have lower bowl for the other 4 nights, but I really wanted Pit this time. And I was like, huh?
Like, you don't need to go for every single one. But like, also I get that because like FOMO, and it's kind of like sad if like they bring out like one artist for one night and then the other night gets nothing. Like LA, Billy, like one night got like Charlie XCX, and then I don't think the other night got anyone.
Yeah, I've been to a Chelsea Cutler concert where she brought out Quinn 92 and the other night got no one.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But Yeah, I would say the only concert that I would go to, um, the same like on the same tour would be the Fred Again one. But the two reasons being one, um, it was just really good vibes and it was really, 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 really fun. But two, his set changes like every single night. Because Sabrina Carpenter, for example, she gets a set list and then like that is the set list and it basically doesn't change for the entire tour, right?
Yeah.
But Fred again does a lot of like live mixing, live editing, and this, that, the other thing. And so he'll switch it up all the time and you get very unique experiences each night. Which is really cool. So I'd say that's probably the only one that I would go to. Because if it's just like the same set, like yeah, it'd be cool to go to again, I guess, but I would never justify the money. I think even if I had if I was like a billionaire, I wouldn't go to like 3 nights of Chelsea Cutler because it's like I don't know. I saw it. I had a good time. I had my moment. Like I don't need to see the exact same show again. You know. That's my
but like, what
mixed
about
feelings on it.
Chelsea Cutler? You
What do you
love
mean?
Chelsea Cutler.
Yeah,
What
I
did you
just
do
said
with
Chelsea
her?
as an example. I
Oh,
don't think I don't think
sorry.
I would go to like I love Chelsea Cutler. She's my favorite artist. I don't think I would go to multiple shows of the same tour. Maybe if it was like I went to one that was at like the start of the tour and then like the end of the tour, or maybe in this scenario where it's like a second tour of the same tour, you know what I mean? Maybe then I would go
Yeah.
if I had a really, really good time, but I never want to do the like multi-night, you're going 7 nights in a row to the Eras tour, you know? Like
Now,
that's just too extra for me.
I am confused. So,
Oh,
sorry. This is completely different. If you guys don't know, I'm watching The Walking Dead. And one of the
uh-huh.
characters in The Walking Dead is Glenn, played by
Yep.
Stephen Young.
Yun.
Yun. And I scroll sites while we're here, and I scrolled
Okay.
and I see him with Mark Ruffalo for the Mickey 17 movie. And I went, he's
I
in Mickey
want to see that.
17?
Yeah.
Since when was he in Mickey 17? That's all they all I was like, wait, what?
Um,
And also, he's in Nope. When was he in Nope? And also, he's in
Yeah.
Beef. I don't know what Beef is.
Yeah.
But
Beef is a really, really good show. You should watch
apparently it's very good.
Beef
But
is
yeah,
very
that
good
was,
and it's very short, easy to watch.
that was just my like confusion of
Yeah, no, Steven
life.
Yeun's he's a goat. He's the voice of Invincible and Invincible. He's
I don't
in
know he
Nope.
was the main character of Invincible.
Yeah. He's the main guy who spoiler warning kind of, maybe, I don't know, it's not like really a spoiler, but it's a spoiler, but like they posted a lot. He voices like 10 of the same like Invincibles from different universes all like end up coming together for some reason. And he voices like all of them, so that's kind of
For
fun.
some reason, as if he doesn't watch it.
I don't wanna spoil.
But you do watch it, and you actually watch it weekly.
Yeah.
And you are
That
a
reminds
really
me.
big supporter of series dropping all at once.
Yes, and this has changed actually a lot in my life because now I am watching Daredevil on Tuesdays, Invincible
actually
on
watching it?
Thursdays, and Severance
Severance?
on Fridays. But also
Severance?
not Fridays. It's they release on Fridays, but actually they release Thursday at 9 p.m. Why Thursday at 9 p.m.? I don't know. I had to find that out from a website.
Wait, what?
Officially, they say the episodes release on Fridays, and like they say weekly Fridays, it's Fridays. And then I didn't know that, so when I looked up when they come out, the website was like, yeah, they release on Fridays, but actually Apple usually just drops them at like 9 p.m. on Thursday. And then at 9 p.m. on Thursday, I went on Apple TV and it was there.
Huh.
So they just
Interesting.
drop it like really early. Yeah.
Why the
But-
switch up?
Well, I mean, it's not like I chose. You know what I mean? Technically, I didn't really choose whether to binge
Yeah.
or not because like the show's not out. But
you said to
I
me,
have switched
this
up.
is the word for word. Weekly releases for episodes
Yeah.
are better than fully season dropping.
yeah. So the reason that I think now, looking back, I hated weekly releases was because a lot of what I was watching weekly was like just Marvel shows and I guess Star Wars shows kind of, but mainly Marvel shows, right? And the problem with those was they would have a lot of leaks at the top of Marble, and also they're based on comics, so there would be a lot of like people being like, actually this is exactly what's going to happen. So it felt like the surprise was taken away, versus if I just binged it in one sitting and never looked at any external media, then I would have been completely shocked by it, right? And another reason why I didn't like weekly releases was this actually happened during Andor. I just like stopped watching it. Have you ever had that happen during a weekly show? You just like stop. They're still coming out with episodes, but you just stop keeping up.
I just didn't start. Like, I never watched Agatha because I didn't start it. I didn't watch Skeleton Crew. I need to watch Skeleton Crew. I have a Skeleton Crew lightsaber in my room that I need to do a review for.
But yeah, I think the reason I've switched up, and I've not fully switched up. I actually have a halfway point that makes sense now looking at it. So I don't know. How do you feel about shows coming out with multiple episodes to debut?
I don't like it.
You don't?
I feel like I don't really know. I haven't really experienced a lot of it, but like I feel like I get used to like that amount. Not all of them. No.
I think
new for Andor.
Like all Disney shows have didn't Kenobi had like a 3-episode start or something.
Well, this is the reason I feel like they give you so much content, and the next week it's like, oh, this is kind of like boring. Oh my god, I'm watching currently a weekly. I'm watching Solo Leveling weekly. I forgot about that.
Ooh. Yeah. So I used to say it was also dumb, and I didn't like it, but I think that's the perfect system built for me, and now I completely forgive studios for doing that, because my halfway point is I think weekly releases are good, but I need enough content to be able to binge for it to like hook me in and get me addicted, and then they can drip feed me weekly as long as it's not like leaked or anything. So like Severance, I jumped on the Severance train late, so I had all of season 1 and like a quarter of season 2 that I could just watch, and so then I was binging it, and I fucking loved it, and I got addicted to the show, and I got to watch all of it like spoiler free because I just binged it in one sitting, and not one sitting, but I binged it really fast, and I loved it. And now it's weekly, and I get really excited for the weekly releases because then each week I have this like special day I'm looking forward to that Severance comes out, and then I get to watch Severance, and then I go on social media and I see what other people are saying about Severance. Severance is
that was me with like WandaVision. Like,
one of the greatest shows of all time.
Speculating, and they'll be like, Miss Fitzo, whatever the fuck what was the guy that always said? Mephisto is here, and then he wasn't. They'd be like, oh.
Maybe I just hate Marvel fans. My problem during that is like it was a lot of people saying no, like this will happen. This is good. In comic issue 753 of this is exactly what happens. And this is the storyline they're going through, and this. But Severance is just like goated and an original story. So it's people really, really like making new like the theories are original theories as to how the story could go, and no one actually knows. Versus theories on like I bet they're doing this version of the comic where this is the exact story. And then once it gets confirmed, you're like, okay, this is what's going to happen,
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But yeah, so I've been kind of loving the weekly releases. Severance is probably my favorite show. Not my favorite. I think it's the best show I've ever watched. My favorite is still Stranger Things. It'll forever be in my heart.
I love The Walking Dead.
But I think Severance is the best show that I've ever watched. Like story-wise, visual-wise. I got a tweet thread now as to the set design of Severance, and Apple's got fucking money, bro. There's like a chair that'll just is in the corner of like someone's living room that you see maybe one time, and someone ID'd it, and it's like a $25,000 chair from the 70s. There's like a chandelier that's like $50,000, but like they went crazy for the set design. And the director is pulling out technique. Okay, there's a scene. This isn't a spoiler. Or I'll say it spoiler free. There's basically a scene where the camera goes from the floor that it's on, and then it goes at a computer, and it goes through the computer wires to a different floor where the wires are connected, right? And everyone thought when you watch it, obviously it's like, oh, like cool, that's a cool CGI transition. They did it practically. They had like this I don't think it's been
I
shown,
love when they
but
do stuff practically.
the lady who did it, the like cinematographer, she got interviewed, and yeah, they had some crazy like what's it called? I want to say dolly, but like not dolly. That's some crazy like camera setup on like tracks and stuff like that that basically fully practically like moved throughout this like wire system that they built to make it look like it was moving through the computer wires. Like it's so sick. And I even saw Slime from the Yard uh created some discourse about it where he was saying, isn't it kind of dumb if you spent all this time doing something practically and people just think it's CGI? But then someone made a way better point and said, like, if anything,
Compliment.
yeah, if anything, that's a compliment that the thing you did is so unrealistic that like you automatically assume it has to be CGI.
Yeah.
So like the cinematography is just insane. I love Severance. Um, Invincible, I watch weekly with Angel. So sometimes we don't catch the release day because he's a busy med school boy. But that has been pretty good so far. And then Daredevil, I watch with Natalie, and I don't know. After episode 1, I wasn't really feeling it. Episode 1 is a very big, like, transitional episode of trying to get back into Daredevil and being like, this is what's going on in the city and like with all these characters, and it lays down the foundation for the season, but it didn't do enough to like really like lock me in and pull me in. But then episode 2, it felt way more like Daredevil, and yeah, they definitely aren't doing it like less violent because it's on Disney. They were very, very violent, and apparently it gets worse from here, like more violent from here. So
Yeah, I'm behind on Daredevil. I started it when I had COVID, and I just never did it again.
it's
I
it's
think I'm
funny.
on like season some. I don't even know.
It's funny because I'm now going back and I'm watching the Punisher show that
Ah.
released because
And then you're gonna go get a Punisher shirt, and you're gonna get a Punisher like thing on your car, and then you're gonna get a
Yup,
Punisher
yup.
thing on a
I'm gonna
flag
get
of it.
I'm gonna get a gun, and then I'm gonna get
Yeah,
a
put the
Punisher logo on the
Punisher.
gun, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
get the Blue Lives Matter like pro cop flag with the Punisher logo on my gun,
Yeah.
and then I won't get an invite to your Oscar night, and I'll be like,
No.
what's wrong, brother? You don't want a goddamn American to come watch your woke movies? That'll
And
be
I
my
think
life.
that's when we leave the podcast. So, do you have anything else to say?
No, that's pretty much it.
No. But we'll get back to the normal. This is what a normal podcast up kind of be like. You know, we had like stories the last few times. But we'll get more stories next time because bro's going to
And,
Atlanta.
yeah, next week you'll hear about Atlanta. I will hopefully be trying. I didn't look up when they open, and I just realized now that could be a problem. But there's this Nashville hot chicken restaurant chain called Hattie B's, and there's one in Atlanta.
Maddie
apparently.
B?
Matty B Wraps. No, it's called
Oh
Hattie
my
B's,
God.
and it's apparently
Oh.
like the best Nashville hot chicken. And they got one nearby, so I'm gonna hopefully try that if they open in time.
Hopefully.
And yeah, you'll get the whole shebang, all of the rundown as to what goes on at a gaming developer event from me.
And you should vlog it.
I
More
might vlog it for fun.
vlogs.
I still have to edit the Universal vlog.
I
for
still have to edit my
personal.
Boston vlog. It's okay.
Yeah, that's I was talking to Natalie and she was like, "Oh, how's that vlog going, by the way?" And I was like, "Mckenzie hasn't finished editing her vlog and she does it for a living." So
Hey,
and she was like, "You know what? Good point."
I'm in school. I had to edit 3 different videos this week.
You haven't edited. Stop ruining my point.
I haven't edited anything. I'm just a girl. But thanks so much
So
for
thank
listening to our
you.
podcast, because I'm a girl with a podcast. We will be back here on next Tuesday. At
Yeah.
what time? Who knows? Because I really just click a random time to make it go live. I'll be honest with you. I don't really.
She spins a wheel, but you'll
Nice.
listen when you listen.
Yeah. Anyways. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I don't know how to end podcasts.